What's going on, man? It's the host with the most, Bro Rogan, and we are here, the Why Not Studios, the Why Not Podcast. Can't believe we're at this point already. We are at the second season wrap up. This should be fun. This last season, we had a lot more guests than the first season, so this is going to be a long one. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, because this is going to be one for the ages. Let's go. Season 2, wrap up, baby. How you do your work so well. Hey, what's going on? This is your host with the most, Mr. Bro Rogan, and we are here at the Why Not Studio / Why Not Podcast. Now, as you can see, things are a little different. We don't have no mics hooked up. I got my little shirt mic going on so I can get up and move around, let you see the city, get a little comfortable, look out the window while I'm talking to y'all. But one thing I want to do, let y'all know, and I'm so happy to put this out here, that this is the season 2 wrap up. Let's go ahead and give that up. And I had a really great time filming this second season. One, because we get to watch the growth of the show. From the first season, we really started from the bottom. We started with no subs, no guests, just us, the cameras, and the location. And we watched our channel grow from 1 person to 8 to 18. I remember still calling you like, nigga, we got 18 subscribers. Then all of a sudden we had 100. Then 100 went to 1,000, and then 1,000 went to 3. Well, we're currently sitting at about 35,000. Let's give that a round of applause again. Let's go. 35,000 for the Why Not. So, with the second season, I brought in a whole plethora of different guests. And it was a lot more than the first season. And this is the review of that season. And the first episode, I had to start it off with my lovely significant other, Miss Goo from Goo Salon on Fairfax. Again, like my nigga Corrupt said, you want your hair did, go to Goo Salon. And she was my first guest. And we did a good job, man. God damn, that shirt I had on was fresh as hell. But this is, go ahead and run a clip from episode 1, season 2. Let's go.
Well, the change started when Supreme came in 2004.
Oh, shit.
So that's when it, so the first hunk of years, my first 5 years on the block, I was solo.
Damn.
You know, and now let me not forget this part, but
please.
The Supreme clientele is not my clientele.
Not at all.
I did not eat off of Supreme.
Never once.
Never
you still
once.
Don't to this
and
day.
I still don't. Now Supreme is obviously gone now, and
right.
It's like the only thing it's done for me and my clients is give us parking. So it has nothing. You know, my clients come from all over. I have a client that I always tell you all the time drives from Victor.
All right, now you can see. Not only was that a great interview, but goddamn, that shirt was fresh. So for my second guest, I had to bring it back to the sidewalk and bring in one of my brodies. I brought in my nigga Runner. And not only did Baby Runner come in here and talk about his upbringing in the 40s and like, you know, also his big homie, Big Runner, I don't know if we mentioned it during that episode. I can't recall, but you'll see in the clips. But Big Runner was a guy that was part of the Thug Life, the first Tupac group effort, which to this day is still one of the hardest albums ever put out. If you don't know about it, please, I suggest you go ahead. But rated R is Big Runner. So I brought in Baby Runner, who is a legend out here in the street, and he came here to promote his book. And talk about his music. So go ahead, he also did a freestyle where he counted down during the freestyle 47-0. So let's go ahead and run that clip. Let's go.
For the hood, what you put on the map. 45 for the cannon, me and danger we use. I got that 4-4 for rated to give me the blues. 3 niggas greeted me when I was released. Go. 3 to 6 of his men to carry him in the booth. 35 of his niggas that be ready to strike. Paralyzed one, 34 be dead by the night. I dropped 33 down, the convertible Jag. And roll around with that cold 32 on my lap. 31 flavors, baby. Come and sample a taste. And if this was 30 years old, she let me nut in the face. She 29 ways to make me come in a flash. I tried 28. Bitch, they back to tickle my ass. I scoop 27 extra rocks whenever I got. Only 26 minutes, I get them off on the block. I write 25 back on the wall with the day. Then I'm on their ass 24 hours a day. A 23 niggas slay like no other dude. I'm working off with 22 just to fuck a nigga. Fuck you know, I get a 21 gun salute. Ain't no one ride 28, boy, you missing a few. 97, I was sentenced to 5. But 18 was the age I came out of the wild. 17 for that clip with a spare in the barrel. Wow. 16, I blew one shot kill. 15 for the AR and semi I got. No 14 for that motherfucking mini I got. 13 when my best friend Donnie was murdered. A couple years later, 12 was selected my verdict. I got 11 pistol boys, outfitters and all. If we approach 10 bitches, then we fucking them all. 9 meals don't kill, ask that nigga baby dog. I rather clutch the 8 ball when I'm picking them off. I got 7 C's of the globe, shot under the sun, and it's 6 million ways to die. Choose one, 5 years in the cell, but no tears was shared. I only met 4 homies, wasn't sick in the head. 3 for the YA years I suffered alone, or for the 3rd of it that I spent stuck in the hole. 2 for the twin Glocks, I be spitting the dudes, or for the double ooh to the avenue, to the first pistol girl, lady running my bond, cause it's only one me, run a low to the dime, 47 of them niggas. Tell me how you do it. Tell me. Alright.
Boom. So, shout out to Baby Runner. And if you guys don't know, go ahead and pick up his book, Loyalty Doesn't Exist. Now, another thing I wanted people to understand with the show, not only are we not just a street podcast, but we're not just like one-sided when it comes to the street shit. So I had to reach out to some of my guys from the other side just so I can let everyone know that you guys are all welcome. This is not just a one-section podcast. We're not just based off in the whoops or the wops or the heres. So we brought in DAZSY CAINE, a guy from the Nickerson Gardens, a whole nother part of town. And he came in, he's the first person, not only on my show, but on any show that I have ever watched on YouTube that fucking cracked open a lean bottle and he poured up on camera. And DAZSY came here, he had a lot to say and he also performed. So let's go ahead and get into that.
Can we, for the people who probably didn't see that and my fans, can we go ahead and you could go ahead and do a little explanation on the origin of that name?
Well, it starts right here when I'm going to this right here, the south.
The A&W?
Cream.
The cream, baby. The
flavor.
The sauce. Look at it. It's drippy. I used to be a pimp.
Y'all never seen nobody ever jump on a motherfucking podcast with singular line fight.
All right. Now, this nigga came on here. Woo, he was talking some madness. And I really respect this guy. I couldn't wait for him to come on. And I remember before he came on, he was already a name on the internet, being a host on the No Jumper show, POETIK FLAKKO. But one thing I told my cousin before he got on here, I said, damn, because I'm really, really, really weird about like guys wearing sandals. I'm sorry. That's just how I've been since I was a little kid. And this is 100% the truth. I remember when I was like 4 or 5, because, you know, black family, we got fresh for Easter, still do to this day. And I remember my grandma taking me to the swap meet and she came back with some sandals and I threw a fucking fit and I have not worn a sandal since. So I've always had that weird thing about men in sandals. And I told Jay, I said, damn, FLAKKO from No Jumper coming on. I can't wait. And he's like, I said, I got some rules for him though. I'm gonna tell him if he comes in wearing sandals, I'm not going to record him. And my cousin was like, you better fucking not tell him that. Good thing he did not, But he did come in here talking about some crazy shit. He had a lot of dick on his mind.
Please, can you please answer? Because someone called me when I told them I was interviewing you, and like I said, you got a lot of people that like you. You got fans out here, man, and it's because you are a great personality online. You're doing your thing, man, and it's happening fast. I had a guy on here, and we talked about you for like 10 minutes, Rockstar.
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah.
And I had to tell him, I said, you actually FaceTimed him when he was here, and I was like, bro, I respect that young man because not only do I see like his growth, but I'm like, he's just, some people are made to do certain things. And you made to be in front of the camera, man. So I just wanted to give you your props on that.
Not his love.
But I do want to know something.
Yeah.
And I'm just now getting into this the media side of this.
Yeah, but speak on it, man. Hey.
Like is all the stuff is some stuff made for clickbait? Like when I hear you talk to Sharp and those guys in reference to academics and his meat. Is that something you say for the clicks, or is that really like how you felt? Like you really defending that man's?
Listen, dick, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. So look, I'm honest, meaning this, right?
Okay.
That me being an observant and honest nigga, that some shit may come off as off, right?
Okay.
Saying this, have you ever seen a Jamaican nigga with a small dick?
It doesn't exist.
And that's my point. And academics is Jamaican. So hence, if I say,
I only said that jokingly. I mean, I've never been to Jamaica. I know Jamaicans, but we don't play like who's swinging yard. Like it's just so we don't.
There's some good.
I heard about it. Believe me, I know.
Of course
there's stories, but I
there are good white women all across the world
that go to Jamaica.
Going to a Jamaican male brothel. Bro, listen, big bro.
Are they here in LA?
Bro, listen, big bro. No, back in Jamaica.
Oh.
And do you have to and do you understand how immaculate of a dicksman you have to be to have an all male brothel and it stays open and running? Meaning that business is booming so much that there are women who could probably get fucked by anybody else who are going to these Jamaican male brothels
and getting destroyed.
And getting dick down. So hence, if we know the history of the Jamaican dicksman,
there's no way that.
How can I consciously know that information and then not say, yeah, you sent pictures of him off to other niggas? Nah.
So you're basically giving Jamaicans 100% of the rumor. Like there's no, the rumor is Jamaican swinging yard. You're like, it's true. That's like, we used to have that same rumor. Like all the people, all black niggas all got big dick, but people know that's not the truth. So you saying, people who saying, all Jamaican, you like, that's 100% fact. There's no no.
Question though.
No runts in the batch, huh?
Sure. Hey, Russell, a question then.
I can't believe we're talking about this.
And who's a black nigga with a small dick that you know?
I don't know, and if I did, I wouldn't put them out there like that because I don't know what someone considers. Listen, as a man, I wouldn't know what's considered small to a woman because let me tell you one thing: a woman will put a man down, and that's how they will crucify you. No matter if you're holding yard, they will say that nigga got a little dick. But let me tell you one thing: have you ever fingered a bitch, and she said, "Oh, that's not enough finger"?
No.
Okay, so that kills the myth of all bitches want big dicks, right? So what's small if this finger is handling the business? Okay. Because how many niggas, it ain't a lot of niggas walking around with a dick like this. Yeah. If he is, he's cursed. Yeah. So I can't say a nigga got a little dick if this is if that's the case, then we all holding. Because bitches go crazy off this. And what's this, about 2.5 inches?
I love the direction of listen, I'm loving the direction of this convo. Now, guess what, though? And you just said, though, not all black men have big dicks.
Well, men, period, not black. I'm only going based off what the... Okay, go ahead, go back to blacks. Yeah, black men.
So we just said not all black men have big dicks.
It's
so now my question is, how do you know not all black men have big dicks?
Because that's just like saying all black men can play basketball or all black men can dunk a ball. I just know the numbers don't add up. There's no way all of anything can be one thing. I just know that for sure.
Or look though, right? So look. So when I say not all black men can play basketball, I've seen niggas who can ball. When you say not all black men have big dicks, have you seen niggas with small dicks?
Man, I don't know. Back to what I said. I don't know what small is, because that's all strictly based on a woman's preference. Like, to me, I can't be like this. Like, even if a nigga, if I was at a nude beach in Europe and all the men had their pants down, sure, no matter what the fuck size it is, I can't be like his dick is little, because I don't know what women think is little. So, even if the motherfucker that big, to me, he rocking and rolling a bitch in the hall somewhere. So to her, so I can't say a nigga dick big small just by looking. I don't know what women think is.
Hey, Russ. Okay.
Did I save myself?
Okay, cool, right? Bet. So now, how many dicks have you seen in your life?
I watch
porn, right?
Yeah. So what?
Thousands of dicks.
I don't know. Maybe.
Well, listen,
maybe hundreds at least.
Wait, right? Exactly my point. Then, so then, if you've seen thousands of dicks before, then you should be able to identify which is small and which is big, right?
I just know that they're not all the same. So I can't be like a nigga with a 15 or a nigga with a. I can't be like, oh, since yours not 15, it's little. That's not. Right. That's just not.
But though,
but
again,
that's like a nigga saying you're not a great NFL player because you play for 0-16 team, but the nigga who played for the 16 and 0 team is nigga. It's not the same.
But though, we've seen enough of NFL ball. Again, we've seen enough NFL ball to realize who suck and who's nice. And after thousands of dicks that you've witnessed, whether it's porn or
I didn't say thousands, but go ahead, right? Thousands. We put 1,000 on it.
And after thousands of dicks, you telling me that you don't have a reference point to determine which is big and which is small? It's
not at all. Not at all. Man, I'm gonna tell you like this, and this is
thousands though.
Let me tell you why I watch I watch porn strictly for the women. Like, I'm not examining.
Bullshit.
I'm not examining nigga thrust game.
Right? Listen though, hey, listen though, right? Listen up, bruh. Today,
this nigga,
I'm not gonna let niggas tell this lie anymore, right? Hey. And here's what I mean, right?
This nigga is crazy.
And here's what I mean. That's cap. Now, nobody is gonna pull out a nice video, pull out their wiener, and then see the fattest ass in the world and a 2-inch dick and still beat off. Not happening.
Hey, and on that
note, big black cops, right?
Hey, I don't know. I think we're past the point now. Yeah, we passed that point now. Let me go back to my. Wait. You want to hold on to this one?
Wait, right? Again, niggas say, hey, bruh, I don't watch porn for no nigga dicks, but hell no. That's not true, because again, if you put on that big booty Brazilian shit and a nigga come out with a 2-inch pipe, nigga, you clicking on butt. If he has a 10-inch monster, oh yeah, you about to.
But no, another thing, let me tell you. Another thing, and you called that cap, but I'm going to tell you one thing. Everyone doesn't watch porn just to jerk off. Like that's probably something you did as a kid, but sometimes I get bored and I just like to look at women.
Wait, hold up, the hell nah, bro.
Nigga, I'm not watching porn to pull my shit.
And I ain't gonna lie, bro. That's even scarier, my nigga. Yo, bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. You a diabolical nigga, my nigga. This nigga said I get bored and pull out porn and watch it like a movie. Nah, hell nah, big bro. Hell nah. Not only you do that shit, bro. Nah, hell nah. Hey, man, hell nah, bro. Will you do that shit too?
Hey.
Hell nah, right?
But damn, that was one of the funniest episodes. I laughed. I showed more teeth that day than I do with Dr. Siri. Shout out to Dr. Siri, my dentist on 7th Sunday. So let's go ahead. And from the FLAKKO interview, we parlayed that to 2 guys whom I watched on Channel 5 a few years ago, the All Gas No Brakes second channel. And it was 2 white guys on there dropping an N-bomb and gold teeth and really hyphy, because they were Northern California white guys. I was like, one day I'm gonna interview these guys. And the guys I'm talking about is the HOFF twins. We had them come in. One thing, shout out to my director, HOFF. And that was a funny thing because they're the HOFF twins, he's director HOFF. But they came in and they talked their shit, they sparked up the weed, they brought that whole Yate area to the west, to the Southern California. So let's go ahead and get into this. And they also put together a great song at the end of the day. And let's go ahead and show the HOFF twins.
Now, would you say, because Mac Dre, he invented hyphy, right? Is that still a thing? Like, people still like, y'all still out here turning donuts and doing the street
slideshows.
The beats are different now, though.
It ain't.
It's
more?
as big, but it's still there.
It's still there.
Different air, but that shit ain't never gonna leave.
It ain't gonna leave. Yeah. Right. That's like Crenshaw leaving LA. Like, they'll shut that shit down. We had the Martin Luther King parade today.
People always gonna be popping pills. Right. Feel me? Sliding whips, man. And doing what the fuck they want.
And that's all. Hey, thanks to Dre, because he's the Thins movement.
Sunday, they riding out, slapping Dre.
Hey, come on now.
Old school. No,
yeah, because I'm going to tell you, bro. When I was out there, the first thing I asked the homie from Oakland.
Trees, the bottom of the sea.
Go ahead.
You never gonna find another nigga
like me. Hey, I don't even know the words. That shit sound hard.
My skull got gold teeth, nigga. All right, now that was the HOFF twins. So we had to piggyback off the HOFF twins back to the No Jumper, because even though you may hear me say some stuff that I don't agree with No Jumper, at the end of the day, No Jumper is probably the one podcast that I check out every single day. I still love Wallow, Gilly, Back on Fig, the Joe Rogan Experience, Two Bears in a Cave, just so many other podcasts, but No Jumper is the one that I definitely check out every day. So I am in tune with their guests and their hosts. And there was another host from that show I had to bring on because, one, he has this. He's a guy that has his own report card, which I still love, don't agree with at all, but I love it. I'm talking about Mr. DEJON Paul. We had him come in. He broke down why and how he got started with the report card. We had a good laugh. There was a few things that I learned about him afterwards that I wish I knew before the show. Pause. That I wish we could have talked about, but we had DEJON Paul. Let's get into the clips.
Yes, I would run up on Doc Rivers, and I'm gonna tell you why.
That's crazy.
But when I say run up on him, I'm not like pressing him on some
violent, but
not on some like nigga what, but like I take sports and rivalries really, really serious. Right. Like I fly over Boston. I'm never gonna land in Boston because I really hate the city of Boston because as a Laker fan. That was the first time my heart ever been crushed because of sports. Like, I don't know, you guys are young.
But you didn't see Cube just went out there to a Celtics.
Yeah, I saw him with 50 Cent. 50 was there. Yeah, Cube. Shout out to O'Shea. He could have called me. I'd have told him what I say since I was 6. Fuck Boston. And listen, it all stems from me being a little ass nigga watching sports getting into it because my grandfather was a Laker fan, my uncles, and my first introductions to the Lakers as a 5-year-old. We lost in the finals to Boston. And that hurt I felt as a kid. It was like I never gained the respect for Boston because as a kid you think you're gonna win. You're like
the Celtics.
So I hated Bird forever, Parrish forever, the color green, and the city of Boston.
I love the color green.
So, I fuck with green. I fuck with green. I was so happy when I was so happy when money turned to blue. But no, so I hated Boston as a child and as an adult, but they kind of was easy to forget about like during the 90s because they were in the tank. So nobody gave a fuck about Boston. So what reignited my hate for them is in 08.
When they came back.
They all of a sudden became big, and all of a sudden Boston people are they got their chests out. Yeah. But if you remember in 07, Kobe Bryant was in the Garden. Nigga, they was saying MVP. I'll never forget. Michael Thompson was like, oh my, and Chick Hearn, oh my God, you would have never seen this in the 80s.
No.
So all of a sudden, the next year, now y'all back on y'all Boston shit, and then they ran us in that final, and Doc Rivers was the coach, and I am upset at him still to this day. So if I seen, when I said I would run up on him, I would just run up on him and tell him how much I hated him during his Celtic run and how overrated he is.
I saw him in the Beverly Center a couple weeks ago. I was going to get my phone repaired. My phone screen was cracked or whatnot. I saw him. I said, what's up? I didn't take no pics, no groupie, nothing. I said, what's up to him. He was respectful. I show respect to my elders, but you said you would have ran down on him.
Okay, now back to respecting your elders.
Yeah.
Boy, I hate to tell this story because may his soul rest in peace, but I have to tell it. And I'm sure someone can pull up this footage. The All-Star game in L.A. in 2011, the first one, before we had one recently.
Okay, I was a kid in 2011. I'm trying to remember it.
Oh, I wasn't.
Okay.
It was actually on my birthday. My girl got me tickets, right? So I bring one of the homies. We go in that motherfucker. I'm geeked because it was like.
What's the lineup this year?
It was as a matter of fact, it was 2010. Okay. It was the year we beat Boston when we got our payback. Okay. So, but this is the All-Star game. Kobe, first All-Star game in LA. He won the MVP that year. So I'm behind the court, like in the 200 area, so in the middle. Okay. And during halftime, Kanye comes up, Rihanna, and then they like, we just want to give props to the man of the hour. We're gonna change the MVP to his name, Mr. the Celtics legend, Bill Russell.
Oh shit!
You know what I did?
You better not have booed 11 times.
I stood up and was screaming boos. I wasn't just. Nigga, I was booing so loud. And like, you in the All-Star game, you behind. It's niggas from everywhere around you. It's a Knick nigga in front of me. It's a Sixer nigga. And one dude, the Knick nigga, looked at me with his little kid. He said, nigga, you really booing Bill Russell? I said, fuck the Celtics. And I had at least 7 or 8 niggas behind me booing. And I wasn't booing the legend of Bill Russell. But fuck Bill Russell, at that time, nigga, that's how I felt. I'm like, you ain't getting no applause in Staples Center. Not from me. Not from me.
I don't know. A nigga got 11 rings, I'm a clap.
All right, man. So I just had to get into that, man. I know, goddamn, I always make this shit about me. But we were having this conversation, and yes, I respect my elders, but not if they come from Boston. So let's get to you, buddy. Come on down, man.
Okay. Now that was the DEJON Paul episode. Boy, he speaks so eloquently, doesn't he? Now, from the DEJON Paul episode, boy, I knew this train was rolling because I'm like, we just hitting gas after gas after gas. And you guys got to understand, I'm new at this. Like, I'm a dude who just decided, look, I talk a lot and I think I can do this podcast shit, but then you get in front of these cameras and you realize it's not that fucking easy. Most people don't have that in them. Most people can't just sit in front of a fucking camera and talk and without being nervous but I'm not a nervous person. I knew I can do it, but I realized watching myself that like I'm not as good as I thought I was. But I started to realize every episode I'm getting better and better and better, and so are my guests. And from the DEJON Paul episode, I got to get to know someone whom I heard about in the city, but I never got to meet. And this person, I can honestly call him a legend because I see him working with the likes of Snoop and MC8 and Nipsey and a lot of serious names out in the city. Then I got to get to know his music, and I'm like, yo, my nigga putting out good music. Then I get to realize that he is a brand ambassador from one of the biggest LA brands out, and that's Shaka wear. And I'm talking about Mr. Eastside, Cake Boy. Let's get it.
I was really deep into sports.
Okay.
Before I was into music and before I really got into the streets.
What sport did you play?
I played both, but I played football real well, though.
Oh, yeah? Yeah. We love football here in LA. What position you play?
I played DB.
Okay, I did too. I was a corner and a wide receiver.
I was a shutdown corner. The only nigga that ever burned me ended up being one of the best receivers in the NFL.
Come on now.
That's DeSean Jackson.
I swear to God, when you said that, that's the first name that came to my head because I'm a little older than that. But D-Jack, I was watching him when he was coming. Man, wasn't nobody as fast as him.
He ran a 4.2 in high school.
Yeah, I've never seen nobody run that fast in pads. Yeah. Like, I'm talking about, like you said, Long Beach Poly games was lit. Dude, he was running past everyone.
Bro, I played against the AJ Tuatellis, the Greg Chapman, shut everybody down except DeSean Jackson. And then years later when we see each other, when we older, and I tell him, so he like, that is you. I'm like, yeah, we became boys, and he became this NFL star. I'm rapping, and he's starting his company, Jackpot. And all that.
Jackpot.
And I went to Maillards High School before I played against him at Narbonne, but I went to Maillards first.
Oh.
So that's how we all connected, and I know all the 40s.
Okay, so you went to Narbonne. Okay.
I went to Narbonne for my last year.
Damn, when I was, they older than me, but like when I was a freshman, it was, what's the nigga? We used to call him Jamie Foxx. I can't remember, but Narbonne was popping. I remember because a lot of my homeboys went to Dorsey. So the Dorsey-Narbonne rivalry was crazy.
No, I went to Narbonne when they first started winning the championship. We was the first championship they
Go ahead. He was on the championship team.
And then that's when they became this powerhouse.
Okay, sweet. That's tight, man. Shout out to Narbonne. Shout out to D-Jack. But let's way back to Taylorport. So, because I'm starting to hear this for the first time recently. Like, I'm not really up on that. And you were telling me earlier, that's like some wine and...
It's wine, man. That shit like, a lot of niggas call that shit, they be like, man, that's Hennessy and wine.
Taylorport.
So Taylorport, 20% alcohol.
Okay.
It's wine. So I really don't do anything. So everybody who know me for real, like, wait a minute, you got a song about drinking, you don't even drink or smoke.
Right.
But I'm like, I got a little older, so I just said, let me start tasting this wine. Honestly, like I said, I got to keep it solid. My homegirls put me on that. We was at a function one day. My people got this thing they called the Red Room, and I was wondering, like, why the fuck is everybody so faded in here? What is y'all drinking? It was a gang of Taylorport bottles. I'm like, what the hell is that? They like, this is wine. So I drink it. I'm thinking that I'm a lightweight, the reason why I'm faded, but it's like, no, nigga, it's 20%,
that
nigga.
Is strong.
Yeah, so niggas start drinking. I'm like, it's cool. I feel like I'm a grown man. Nigga can sip some wine.
Right.
So I'm like, cool, wine is cool. Man. They made a song about it the next week.
I bet your OGs used to tell you about Cisco.
Yeah.
Because that's what the fuck Taylorport sound like to me. That's like how the big homies used to be off Cisco, and they'd be drinking them little bottles and be ready to do backflips off a balcony. Like,
no, but the good thing about this is, no, it don't make you violent.
No,
that shit make you feel like you the most players nigga in the room.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
Like you got on a 3-piece suit even though you got on a tank top.
No, come on,
all right.
And then the ladies drink it, they gonna be in the mood.
Hey, if the bitches like it, I like it, man.
Yeah,
real.
So Taylorport, and they've been very the company. Shout out to them. They have been very supportive of the record.
Okay.
And the record has been growing on the East Coast. So shout out my people on the East Coast, DJ L Nice, my homeboy Stefan. They really been helping push that record on East, because Taylorport is big on the East Coast anyway. So they need a West Coast representative. So
come on now.
Hey, so why not me?
Hey man.
Okay, now back to the other side. This one is one that I was really proud of, because honestly, I am big on my city. As you see, it's tattooed on my face. You're gonna always see me with the crown. I am really excited about my city. But when it comes to the city, I get really excited for the talent. And one of the biggest talents coming out of this city, and I believe this, and I'm starting to see, is the guy Shy Belligerent. Bro, I'm gonna tell you, one of the most original people in the music game right now. He don't remind me of anyone because he has his own lane, and one of the most humble guys I have ever met. And when you see someone so humble, but with so much talent. It probably and you guys gonna say this is a reach, but it probably reminded Premier when he met Nas, because Nas was so ahead of his game at that time, but all they talked about was not only his skill, but how humble he was. And like when you see someone with that much skill, but just that humility, and you're like, damn, had I had that much skill at that age, nigga, I would be just talking so much shit. And this kid was the opposite, but like we sat down, we got the interview, Shy Belligerent, the next one up. And that's what I'm calling him, because I believe he is the next one up. Let's get it to the Shy. Yay.
All right, so Shy Belligerent, well, broke down into, as you can hear, Shy comes from my childhood. My childhood, basically, when I was a child, I was a quiet, shy little boy. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I ain't say nothing. I ain't say shit to nobody at all. Like, you know, my grandma even had to, you know what I'm saying, shrug on my shoulder. Like, boy, say hi. Say what's up. You know what I'm saying? Woo. But, you know, it was me from what I was going through as a child, not knowing. But, you know, this let me know stuff that children go through, man. It affects you in a long way.
100%.
Like, even if you don't know what's going on, man, it's going to affect you. You know what's going on. You just know it's something near. You know it's something missing. So
100.
I was just quiet. Trying to figure it out. Like,
right.
So the belligerent come from me getting older, figuring stuff out, man, and just talking my shit.
You got on your shit. Okay, now this is where it's going to get a little violent. We got to get a little violent. We can't just be fucking kumbaya and I love your music. No, because one thing I am a fucking warrior. I've been into mixed martial arts, boxing, taekwondo for years. Everyone knows I'm not going to name the dojo, but I used to hang out with a lot of fighters, and we watched a lot of combat sports. They put me up on a lot of guys whom I am really, really familiar right now with. I remember having these arguments about the greatest fighter in the world, and they used to talk about Fedor, somebody I didn't know about, but then I start watching these videos. I'm like, God damn, and like, Fedor was, at that time, probably the best fighter. So I really got into mixed martial arts. So one thing I wanted to do when I talked about starting this podcast is, as you know, I call myself Bro Rogan, because I really look up to Joe Rogan. And one thing I love about Joe Rogan is the fact that he has fighters, musicians, and actors, and I wanted to patent my show after that, because like I'm more than just one thing, like I said. So one of the fighters who I reached out to, or they may have even reached out to us, because we're at that point now, people hit us up. They want to come on this show. Well, was a guy named PERSIAN Legacy. Shout out to Borna. So he came on here and we talked not only combat sports and him fighting, he's also a MC. So if you guys if you have the time, go ahead and check out Persian Legacy on YouTube. And this interview went like this.
And then the last time that I got out of jail, I was like, man, I got to make something out of my life. And you know, the concert nights in jail, you know, I would rap my shit.
Rapping, yeah.
And you know, when I sat at the table, when they were rolling me up to get ready to take my stuff out, you know, I run the brother car, but you know, the Southside Shaka, I was like, radio. The brother is getting out. Let him bust a rap, and I busted a rap, and I remember that moment for myself. I remember I said, man, I can't come back here anymore.
No.
And once I got out, you know, that's when I had my first daughter, and you know, I was like, okay, I'm gonna start to get serious. I found out I had a daughter that was born on MySpace. I didn't even know she was alive yet. Yeah, so she was premature. The mom was on drugs, and she's like, you got a daughter, and she has sleep apnea, and she's in the hospital. And I'm like, I'd only been with the mother one time, so I'm like, really? I show up there, And then I look at the face of my daughter. Shout out to my daughter Layla.
Shout out Layla.
I saw her face. I was like, "That's my kid."
That's my
you know?
kid. It changes you, man. Immediately.
That was it, bro. And you know, I was selling CDs. I started selling CDs in the streets. My homeboys told me you can't just sit in a studio. You take these songs, even though they sucked at the time.
Right.
I pressed my shit up. I took money from. I remember at the time I did my taxes. I got a few $1,000s, and I pressed up 2,000 CDs, and I hit the streets.
That's what. Come on, grinding.
Bro, I did that shit for 15 years.
Grinding.
15 years. No bullshit.
Grind.
There's nobody in Orange County that can say they've sold more CDs in the streets than I.
Come on, give it up for Legacy.
Not in the
Number one CD. So, hey, that's a good flex, man, because
I
people
took that shit as a job, bro.
Hey, and you have to because it's your life.
Yeah.
It's your life.
Yeah.
No one's going to help you more than you.
Yeah.
So, like, if that's what you need to do or needed to do, that's the only way to do it. Because some people, they think, like, when they see Playboy Cardis or they see the Lil Waynes or they see these huge artists, they think they just hit the studio and became huge. They don't see the grind that came before that. So, like, in order for you to get to that level, you got to be out here pressing up 2,000 of your own CDs. Like, it's a hustle.
I hustled and you know, I had gotten real overweight because I had stopped doing drugs and stuff. And I remember I was like, man, I got to get my ass in shape. And one day I was selling CDs. And in the parking lot I was at, because when I had gotten out of jail the last time, my parents had moved to Palm Springs.
Okay.
And so we moved to Palm Springs for like 2 years. And towards the end of my time, that's when I had started selling the CDs and all that shit. And yeah, man, I'm selling CDs one day and I see this truck pull up. It says Tap Out on it, real big.
I see.
It's a sign from God or some shit, right? Like, you need to get your ass in shape, and you just been in all those riots and shit. Like, you should be working out and doing some martial arts. So I hit the dude up. I sold him a CD. I was like, man, where you do that shit at? And he's like, oh man, you know, Kurt Rojo's gym. It's called the Road Dogs Gym, Road Dogs Fight House.
It's a great name.
So he's like, this the address, you know, call him up and go over there. I went over there and I trained Bro Rogan, man. Whew, that first day, man, I got the shit kicked out of me, bro. Fucking man. I thought I knew how to fight and everything.
Right, we all do until you get into a ring with a fighter.
Yeah, man. I got my ass kicked that day, bro. I remember I got tapped out probably like 20, 25 times, bro, in like 30 minutes. It was crazy.
Right.
My neck was hurting. My arms were all hyperextended. I was fucked up, bro.
Right.
I threw up in my shirt on the way home while I was driving 3 times. Like,
see?
Yeah, man. I remember I got home. I was taking a shower and I was thinking of the faces of the people that had choked me and fucked me up.
You want to go back?
I was like, man, I'll never let that shit happen to me again, bro.
See, but at least it didn't deter you from going back. Like, you took that ass whipping, and with that ass whipping, you said, this is something I want to pursue.
I said it to myself when I was in the shower holding on to my neck. I said, man, if I can learn how to do that, I'll fuck anybody up.
Right.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
that's a good mark to have.
Yeah.
You're like, man, if I could just get that good, I'm unstoppable.
Yeah, I was like, I didn't know what MMA was, and to really train with some guys that were, you know, fighters, and you know, Kurt, the coach, was a black belt already under my coach, which I would find out later. I didn't know, but yeah, so I started training there. I trained for like 4 days, and man, they were training on carpets.
Whoa.
Yeah, bro.
Not mats.
Everything was scraped up, right? They were in transition from a gym. They were getting another gym.
Okay.
I was selling CDs, and then a couple of days go by, and I meet this other dude named Gilbert who gives me a flyer to another gym called Palm Springs Jiu-Jitsu and MMA.
Oh.
And this is where Cub Swanson was training, you know, at the time, who fought in the UFC for many years. Top contender, you know, fought for the UFC title, all that. And he's like, yeah, we got MMA, all that stuff. Come on over. So I'm like, okay, you know. So I went down and I trained, man, and that's when I was like, man, I love this shit, bro. And I started training. I was there for like 4 months. And then my parents like, guess what? We're moving back to Santa Ana.
Yikes.
I'm like, oh man, like fuck. I had, you know, I had a kind of life down there. I had a girlfriend, but I had no place to live. You know what I'm saying? So boom, we come back to Santa Ana, and at that time, you know, I looked around and I was starting to hang out with my homeboys again.
Okay.
And I was starting to get in trouble again and you know, doing stupid shit. And I was going to a couple gyms. I couldn't find nothing like I had found out there.
Right.
That vibe, you know.
Nothing to get
the people.
catch you.
Yeah, they're like a family, right?
Right.
And so I called the dude, Ramon Diaz. Shout out to his family, bro. He was shot and killed in front of his house like 5 years ago.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Sorry to hear that.
It's crazy shit, right?
Fuck.
But yeah, so I called him and he told me, he's like, man, go see Joe Moreira. He's like, that's our coach, and then you would still be a part of our team. And I'm like, team? What the fuck are you talking about? What's a team? Like, this shit, there's teams in this shit? And like, I hadn't paid attention to none of that stuff.
Right.
And he's like, yeah, that's my lineage, and that was my coach, and like, he's right there in Costa Mesa. And I was like, Costa Mesa? I'm in Santa Ana. I'm like, man, that's not far at all.
No.
So shit, I called Joe, bro. And if you ever meet Joe, bro, like, he does not speak English. He's Brazilian, right? Like, he speaks English, but like, he never tried to learn.
Right. No, I like the Gracies. Yeah. Half them dudes don't speak English.
I called him on the phone. I didn't understand shit he
right.
said, bro. I said, damn. I said, okay. I called Ramon back. I said, man, you know, he seems cool, but I don't understand.
Right.
Like, man, this is the address. Go over there and just trust me, you're gonna get it.
Right.
And I went over there, bro, and dude was like the Godfather, man. You know, like he was like the father, the angel, the role model, the mentor, the saving grace, whatever you want to call it, that I needed at that time, man. And he knew it right away because he looked at me and he put his arm around me, and he told me right away when I trained there the first couple nights, he's like, I'm gonna make you very good fighter, but I'm gonna make you good man too. And you need to be here, you know, I take care of you. And so I needed somebody that believed in me in something at that time. And for me to get that from somebody, you know, that, you know, in the martial
now, did
arts.
he say that in English or in Portuguese?
He said that in English.
Okay.
You know,
wow.
Like, you know, in that broken down.
Right.
But
that
yeah,
broken
man,
down.
like, I understood what he said.
Right.
And
that's a great quote.
With time, you know, I end up being, you know, his translator. You know, I understood everything he said, you know. But yeah, man, that man, you know, completely changed my life, bro. You know, if I wouldn't have had him, I don't know what would have happened to me, because, you know, I had been shot. I had been, you know, and then as I started training with him in the beginning, I was hanging out one night, and you know, some shit happened at this house I was at, and I got stabbed. You know, like I got stabbed like everywhere, bro. Like on my face, on my head, on the back of my head, in my neck, in my back, all that. And so the crazy shit about it is, as I'm driving to the hospital, I call my other coach, because my coach Joe had another coach, and I'm telling him, I'm like, yo, I think I got stabbed, you know, because you're still kind of like,
the adrenaline is going on.
I'm gonna stay alive. I don't give a fuck what's happening.
I need to live.
But yeah, so like I called him, and he's like, oh, all right, do you need to go to the hospital? And you know, I look in the rearview mirror when he says that, and like I'm covered in blood. I like like from head to toe, like,
looking like Carrie. Remember that movie Carrie?
Wet, bro, drenched. I'm talking about drenched, bro.
Damn.
And I was like, and then I turned the light on, and I look and I see, like, you know, I see the cuts, and I look at, there's one on my head, and when I was looking at it, I was like, oh, I could see the bone, and then I reached, like, cause I felt like you could feel the little nicks. I reached back and I touched the back of my head. There was like the flap was hanging, like, you know.
That's when you know it's real.
I was
You're
like,
oh, ain't no stitch gonna put this together.
Hey, check this out, coach. I think I need to go to the fucking hospital, bro.
Not just the hospital, coach. I need to go to the goddamn ER. Like, I need to see someone immediately.
This is really where it got juicy. I was driving to the office one day, true story, and I called one of the guys from the show. I said, "Hey, man, I ain't got no guests right now. I need you to help me out." He said, "Hey, there's a girl who's making some noise right now out of Memphis," and he knows I fucking love Memphis music. I think after Los Angeles, it's either Memphis or Houston. I don't know who's the second for me. But he's like, yo, there's this girl out of Memphis, and she hard. And she here right now. You should reach out to her. Not only did I reach out to her, but Hoff secured that interview that day She came in here, and I learned a lot about her. I learned she's the intro music for one of the biggest shows on HBO right now, P-Valley. And then I went through her whole shit. She has songs with T.I. and with BG and JUCEE J, and I'm like, yo, she might be our biggest guest today. And she came in here with her kid, her dude, their friends. We fucking rode skateboards. Had a great interview, and it went a little something like this. Hit it.
So how did you get with JUCEE J? Because I need to know that, because I know JUCEE be busy.
That's when I was with Atlantic. I ain't with them no more, but I was with Atlantic, and I had my producer had DEJON, the Girls Kissing Girls joint, right? And I forgot like what he sampled from it, but it was something from you know what I'm saying?
A lot of people
and
sample
I swear
JUCEE.
to God, we just sent it over so he can approve the shit. The mind sent back the whole new beat with a verse on that.
He redid the beat?
Damn. He came through on God, and he killed the verse, man. Came through, and then when I came out here, we shot the video.
How excited
Dance
were you?
video, huh?
Like when you got that back and it was JUCEE J
And
on
it
the
was
song,
hard, yeah.
how excited? Like I'd have been shitting my pants, Paul. Like honestly, like that's wild as hell. See, and I love to hear shit like that because for JUCEE to be from Memphis and the support of Memphis artists without playing that whole Hollywood shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Because at a certain point,
A lot of niggas do it.
A lot of niggas be Hollywood.
A lot of niggas and women, you know, but it's more niggas.
Speaking of these women,
Yeah.
I'm about to get messy.
Let's go.
I'm about to get messy. And that was Juicy Fruit. Man, and she easy on the eye too. She had like the prettiest smile I ever seen. So, from Juicy Fruit, the season 2 first episode, which to me at that time was gonna be my biggest guest, I locked it in with, and let me stop saying I, because it's not just me here. We locked it in with one of the guys who, when he was free, was the biggest nigga on the internet, pause, Mr. C-Mac. So we locked it in with C-Mac. Unfortunately, while I'm sitting here waiting on him to come in and be our guest, I got a notification saying he went to jail. And I was like, no fucking way. There's no way my luck is this bad. Well, I guess it was that day. He actually went to jail. But a month or two later, he was back doing interviews from the jail. So I got with his manager, shout out Lupe46, shout out Julian, Channel 5. And I was able to get the interview. And he was so excited to do the interview here. And I was so excited for him. And this was Mr. 5'5" Crick, Western Wiggle, C-Mac. Let's get it.
What's going on, Mr. Rogan?
Hey, we in this bitch. What's going on? Hey, Crip Mac is in the building on the Why Not podcast. What's going on with you, Brody?
Oh, man, getting the program time 5, man.
So now, are you working on any music while you're in there? Because I know, you had like Draco and those guys.
Oh, yeah.
You are?
Yeah. I work on all types of music, and I still have, I have features that I do because I have access to different studios. I have features that I do at $200. I do them, and I get them done, and they get done on time, and they sound great.
Now, I don't know if this is a secret, but I'm going to ask it anyway. What's up with the Joe Biden song?
Oh, yeah. Well, that wasn't a secret. That was just trying to get a pardon. See, I heard different people have gotten pardons. I was reading the magazine. Kodak Black's gotten a pardon a while ago. So I said, well, shit, maybe let me see if I can get me a pardon. Of all the good stuff I do with the community and all the good stuff I do with different people. Pardons just, it's pretty much, they let you go home, but
I already know.
You have to promise that you don't, it doesn't say you don't come back from jail, just not the same shit.
But who the person who was really giving out pardons, now, people going to get mad when I say this, but Mr. Donald Trump, he was handing them out because Kodak Black got pardoned by Trump. ASAP Rocky got pardoned by Trump. Who else? Trump was
Right.
partnering.
I want to see if the president. I want to see whichever president was in office at right now can do it.
Well, I'm gonna make sure that we're gonna start petitioning here on the Why Not podcast with your host Bro Rogan. Remember to like, subscribe. That we're gonna start partnering for Mr. C-Mac to come home. Cause when you was here, you was doing Five the Community. You was feeding the homeless, and you was out here getting your increments in the real way. You wasn't out here on no destruction. You was feeding the homeless, and that's a good thing. I was
doing all good stuff, all good stuff.
You was also letting the kids know we're not doing no suicide. Suicide is out. All the kids that's thinking about.
It's out. So yeah, we go through hard times. It's not just kids; it's adults also.
Exactly.
We go through hard times. Everything's gonna see all right. Never commit suicide. That's not the answer.
It's not,
it's
man.
Never the answer.
Hey, that's my boy, Fight Crib, Mr. Op Goblin. Man, that shit was a great interview because, like, his energy remains the same when he's out or incarcerated, and that's what I love about him. So shout out to C-Mac the LOCC. And from there, it was my first guest on this show. Well, that's what she's claiming. We still haven't fact checked that, guys. I don't even know. She might be capping. Because people, you know, we got real fans out here. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want a piece of this. Pause. But Christina Curves, we brought her on and we had laughs on this show. We talked about a lot of shit, the weird name of the city she's from. We talked about the career she chose, and we also sparked a new verb, and that's the Sherman. And she was my first guest and also my first guest to have on here twice, or however you want to state it. You know what the fuck I mean. So she came back on the show, and this time we brought her on because there was a story she told me before the first interview that I didn't have time to get to because, as you can see, she could talk. And I didn't have time to have a 14-hour show the first one, so I said, I'll bring you back for the second one, and we brought her back, and this was a crazy, crazy, crazy episode because all the shit she talked about, she backed with facts, and it all was facts. And like one day we're gonna do a true Hollywood story or something based on this story. So go ahead and pull up this episode and listen to this crazy ass story. Let's go.
He took me to the airport. On the way we stopped and did a deal. We stopped in this mansion in this gated community. He
from his protege, he collected more money from.
He collected more money.
Cool. Yeah, that's where we left off.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And then he dropped me off at the airport.
Mm-hmm. Did he hand you any of that money that he made?
Why would he?
Just on some bullshit like, yeah, here, go to lunch, hand you $1,000.
Yeah,
go buy you some makeup.
Right. I mean, that would
like
have
a
been,
real boss nigga do.
Yeah, no, he did not. No.
You need some heels. Mm-hmm. You need a new purse. Here, take this $1,000. No, okay, he didn't.
Yeah, so I got back to Wisconsin.
Mm-hmm.
While I was there, he told me about the gold deal.
Got it.
And he said, you know, if you want to get in on this, you know, this is what we're doing next week. I got to go pick up this money from this guy, you know, whatever. That's when I found out about the gold deal.
Okay.
So, you know, he explained how it worked. He explained what was happening, blah, blah, blah. And so for that, I invested $13,000. And I wired it.
13 racks.
Mm-hmm. So we're talking $17,000. My entire savings account that my grandmother left me.
Within a week.
Yes. Insane.
Okay.
I know. Just saying it, like, I realized how insane it was. I know.
Okay. So the $4,000 was towards what investment? The clothing line?
I think the clothing line. I think.
Was it your own clothing
brand,
or was
it his? It was gonna be
like your version of baby fat?
Yeah, some shit like that.
Apple bottoms. Like, did you have a name? Did you trademark any? It's just, hey.
Yeah, it was gonna be Simply Glamour.
Okay.
Yeah, that was gonna be the name of it.
Okay. Okay. So he took the name of your company, which you already established, and said, give me $4,000 and I can make you Kimora Lee Simmons.
Well, he was saying that we would do the clothing line together, and that would go to, he had a warehouse where he got everything made and shit like that.
Shit. This nigga definitely got a yard of cock. I mean, because the arrogance of this guy is just crazy. So back to, now let's get to this is getting juicy. Like, this is like biting into a mango.
I know.
Like, I mean, I got shit all over my hands from this juice.
So many levels.
Okay, so you wired this man.
I wired it.
$13,000.
I will never forget it. The banker.
$13,000.
Yeah.
Did the banker ask?
The banker
what
looked.
the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Because she's seen the name.
No,
you sent $13,000 to a nigga named Jermaine?
No, his name is
Jermaine.
His name is Reyes Gorsuch.
That's not even a fucking real name. I told you. That story crazy as fuck. And it's all true. Check her out on Instagram at Christina Curves. You can find all the shit. It's in her bio. I believe she posted the paperwork, the lawyers and all that. All right, after Christina, there was a situation, and I'm not gonna make this me against them type shit, so I'm not gonna even mention, but there was a situation with another podcast host who was disrespected by one of his coworkers, and it became a whole thing. And my next guest got at that host because not only was he disrespected by his co-host, but it disrespected the whole team that he's a part of. So one of the guys who was offended by what happened was a guy named SPOETYFACE. And they got to going back and forth on the internet, and he became an internet sensation during this time. So I had to interview him, and this was my interview with Mr. SPOETYFACE. Let's go.
So my whole thing about that is all right, so me and Brick, we had a conversation. You get what I'm saying? We had a personal conversation. I'm not even knowing the little homie recording me, but it doesn't even matter. I don't even care. But like I said, what I did, I stand on for the simple fact is, me and you had a conversation, bro.
100%.
As far as like I told him just like I've been on like all the podcasts. I told him I never had a problem with you, bro. I told him I didn't have a problem with you.
I even seen you promoting him.
I've been promoting him, bro.
Right.
So I didn't understand where it came from. But my whole thing is about it was with the CRIP Max situation. You get what I'm saying? So when we had the conversation as two men, he wasn't turned up, I wasn't turned up, but I told him, bro, as my homie, I'm not gonna be one of these podcast dudes that call you out your name or say all type of crazy shit to you. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And you not see me.
Right.
As my homie, meaning my neighborhood, you from 60s, you know what I'm saying? I'm affiliated with Rolling 40s. We homies at the end of the day as far as the neighborhood CRIP part. You get what I'm saying? So I'm gonna give you action at me, bro. Right. If you wanna talk, and I didn't mark him out, I ain't saying that. I was talking to him back, nothing. You heard the conversation like, bro, I'm gonna give you action at me. It's meaning like, you know what I'm saying, if you want to talk, I'm going to give you that as a man. We brothers, you want to go to the back, I understand because I understand what I did and I put you in a situation. I called you out your name. You get what I'm saying? So I'm going to give you action at me. Right. So he told me, once he was going to do whatever, we was going to meet up or whatever, and that was that. So I had left it alone.
100%.
2 hours later, he come with the, the video, SPOETYFACE nigga pull up in the 60s and this, that, and third. I'm like, everybody send it to me like, I'm like, bro, like
where
what?
Did this come from?
Like, yeah, like to me, I'm a man first, you know what I'm saying? So me being a man, I feel like my word and my signature is my bond, bro. If I tell you something, that's what it is. So after he dropped the initial video, I didn't say nothing, bro. Spider tell me like, Spody, leave it alone, bro. My homie's like, bro, before it get bigger than what it is, you know what I'm saying? Just leave it alone, bro. Like when y'all see each other, that's the case here. Bro, the same content he talking about as far as with them, they running for them 3 days. He went on a campaign with me because I guess he felt whatever way he felt. I'm not gonna say how he felt or whatever way he felt. You know what I'm saying, that he had to redeem or save face. He was running content on me. They was running content. Oh, they started there. Oh, I'm clout chasing. I'm doing this. So I'm getting bashed. So I'm you know what I'm saying? I'm getting bashed all over the internet. Oh, he clout chasing. I'm like, bro, I never made them videos to him or DW Flame to go viral. No. I was just speaking in my mind on my page. I wake up the next morning, I'm viral.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Right. So to be honest, like, if I wanted to be viral, I could have been viral, bro. My cousin been viral since we been out.
Come on now.
Did I come up here when he come up here?
Nah,
I was trying to stay away from him. I don't be going to his interviews like that or nothing. I let him have his own lane. You get what I'm saying? If that was the case, if I was chasing clout, I'd be on all his.
Right.
And that's not my intentions.
Exactly.
So with that being said, he kept running content on me, bro. He did, five, six videos, like. At that point now, it's like, you not my homie, bro. Exactly. You not playing fair. I'm a regular person, bro. In the streets, I'm heavy, but in your world, which is the internet and the podcasting world, you're everything. You got a big ass platform. You on No Jumper, bro. Right. So you pushing this narrative. You trying to save face. You pushing the narrative about me on No Jumper and on your personal page. And not only that, you having your homies at No Jumper. You get what I'm saying? And all your comrades push this narrative on me. Oh, he clout chasing. Now your fans is coming for me.
Right.
So at the end of the day, I gotta protect my image.
100%.
Not that I care what the internet or the world thinks. Like now, you making it seem like I'm something what I'm not, bro.
Right, but at the end of the day, you got to play ball when they playing ball.
Exactly. So my personal opinion, you took the homie shit out the when you went low. Yeah. So all that that was never supposed to be released. So when you doing that, because you saying like that you hard and you playing tough and you gonna whip my feet and this and the third. You wasn't saying that, brother. You was not saying that. I mean, I wasn't saying that either because I told you, like, I went on Robert shit, so I understand what I said, bro. To me, that's normal scheduled program.
100%.
Brothers have a disagreement, let's go in the back or whatever. That's normal
Simple
to me.
Shit,
you get what I'm saying? I never expected it to go this far, but when he did that, it's like, oh, nigga, gloves off.
Nah. Yep. But the thing about that whole interview, one thing I didn't want to do is I didn't want to get messy because I knew what these interviews and these back and forth they were doing in the streets, and I felt the tension away from the office. And one thing I didn't want to see unnecessary war spark off in the city. So when I brought Spody on, one thing I did not want to do, I didn't want him to disrespect the person who he felt he had to disrespect, and I definitely didn't want to disrespect the person who he was talking about. So, but then I got him here, and it was the complete 180. Not only did he get on here and man up to the fuck shit, but he also admitted guilt. He admitted he was wrong for calling that man out his name, and he was wrong for coming at him like that. So it was a completely 180 from what everyone expected. Everyone expected him to come on here and be like, man, F that nigga, but he didn't. And I'm so happy that he stood on business. Oh, God damn, I got to stop saying that. That's a term that we have to get rid of. But SPOETYFACE, he stood on his words, and it meant a lot to me. Shout out to Brick Baby, shout out to D-Dub, shout out to SPOETYFACE. And after that interview, I had a dude come on. Now, I have guys that call me all the time, like I say. I get DMs a lot. Y'all may not believe that. Believe it if you want. But we get calls. Like, everyone that comes on this show is not people that they call me. Because they like, yo, I love what you're doing up there. I want to be a part of it. And a lot of times I get calls from some of my family. And one of my family, my bro to this day, and we talk about him every day on this show, and we're going to continue to, because he's one of the ones that helped launch this channel. So Extra called me. He was like, yo, check out my videos I got on. So he had these videos where he was feeding the homeless, and he had a guy with him, a blood. And I was like, I love to see that, because I'm like, everybody see Folk Extra and he think he just the biggest crip in the world, and nigga, it's BK all day, nigga, we stomping out enemies. But to see him out feeding the homeless with an op, I love that. And not only did he make videos with the guy, he called me and said, yo, you got to get him on here. And I cleared my schedule and I got him on here, and the guy I'm talking about was AOF NIINO. And NIINO, I love that interview because back to DEJON, we got to going up on this list, and he put me up on a lot of these niggas, because 83% of these niggas I don't know. And he put me up, and he went in on them, and this was that episode. Let's go.
Let me see.
Let's go over this shit. Thank you.
Let me see.
Thank you. Let's go over this shit. My man.
I ain't gonna lie. 03 Greedo, he a op.
Yeah.
You feel me? I'm giving him his credit.
Give it to him.
You feel me? He cool. The 70, the C. I think he, you feel me? That's cool. Whatever. I think he a op. He hard. He got his motion going right now. You even went low on that.
Ooh.
You feel me? One Take J. You went low on that too.
What'd he get?
A D.
Damn.
Come on, bro. Okay, One Take J been dropping too.
Right.
310 Baby.
Come on now.
That nigga dropped over a fucking a song and he recorded a song off BandLab, went crazy. I ain't hating on the nigga.
It took him 15 minutes.
But the quality of the song, like where I get judged over, what other artists like India get judged over about mixing and mastering. You feel what I'm saying? It's crazy. Back to this stuff. Bino Roger, he deserve a higher grade than that. At least a B.
He all over the radio.
Tell me about
Bino
it.
got a D
Blue Bloods Clan, at least, yeah, okay.
They got F.
At least a D though. They ain't been consistent as they. All right, when I first got put on the Blue Bloods Clan, right, I was probably fresh out of prison, or was I fresh out of prison? Yeah, I was probably like fresh out of prison. But in reception, I was hearing about everybody's coming in, you know, talking about the Blue Bloods Clan.
Okay.
They was consistent every other day. It was a new song,
Really?
Blue Bloods Clan.
He put me up on that because I didn't know who they were.
They off and on with it. You feel what I'm saying? They off and on. So at least a D though.
A D. He got them a what? They got an F.
Because this is a whole nother list. This is different than yours.
Damn.
This a whole nother. It's two pages of niggas.
Damn, that's crazy. Let's go over both of them. Let me see.
Yeah. That's why I'm looking
I'm
at
on
yours, 'cause I
Dejon. I fuck with you. No hard feelings, Dejon.
No,
I just want to show you my opinion.
Yeah.
You feel me? Everybody got it. You had your.
That's
This
what
your
it's all-
opinion.
Right.
You feel me?
Give 'em
This
yours.
is your opinion.
Got it.
So I want to. You feel me? Everybody got
Bravo
that.
the BC.
Don't know who that is. Brick Baby. I was in the county with him. Shout out to him. You feel me? I guess. Shout out to him. He don't even. I didn't even know he rapped until recently. I know that he was tapped in with niggas like Young Thug and Lil Baby. In the county and all. I've known that. You feel me? I was next door to the nigga.
Comrade from the Ave.
He deserved at least a passing grade.
I mean, when you
and then he said lyricism. He is not. Bro, I ain't gonna lie. Conrad is different. Conrad, metaphorically wise, all that. Conrad is slept on too.
See, this is my thing.
You feel me? Straight up, Conrad was supposed to been on. He on right now. He's supposed to be higher than where he's supposed. He blackballed, bro. The LA report card. I ain't gonna lie. It shouldn't even be these names on here that's already. That got the name that they got already. It should be all underground artists. That would make more sense.
Got it.
You feel what I'm saying? That artists that's coming up, that's staying consistent.
Right.
You feel me? That'd make more sense than you just put
My nigga,
artists on here and
you ain't even got X4 on there.
You don't even got X4's going every corner.
You don't got X4 on there.
You hear X4 every corner too.
Come on now.
You feel me?
Even in his enemies.
It's crazy. Enemies even vibing to it.
Enemies bumping his shit.
You feel me? J-Rock, at least
he got an F.
He's a passing grade. For sure, at least a passing grade. Even though he ain't been consistent how he used to be. We from the
J-Rock
same
put
hood.
out 3 goddamn classics.
We from the same hood, man. J-Rock
should never have an F.
Should never, man.
Should
J-Rock
never have an F.
Was, man, he didn't perform on halftime commercials. He got songs that went on commercials.
Nigga, during the Super Bowl.
Come on, bro. Y'all sleep. You feel me? Not even that because you from my hood. Y'all just sleepy. That's a legendary nigga right
That's
there.
a legend right there. What I say? 3 classics. Not 1, not 2.
Exactly.
I can listen to all his shit.
He get back to his community every chance he get. He not one of them. You feel me?
Right.
He a real nigga. Jason Cat, I don't even know who that is. Jay Work, don't even know who that is. Joe Moses. How you give Joe Moses a C?
Look at J-Rock a F.
No. Not even J-Rock. But you
Don Kennedy.
Because he dropped that butter-dum-dum.
What is that? I don't even know.
Man,
It was some
that's
bullshit.
a song that went right. That's cool. That's just one of his newest songs that went viral. But how
It
you
ain't
give him
about
a
that.
C?
It-
He ain't been consistent.
Right. Okay.
How you give him a passing grade for a nigga that ain't went consistent?
This is fun. I love it. Because you know a lot of these guys.
K-Lon, for real, how you give him a C? He probably fucking your bitch, Dejon.
Oh, is that what it is? That's what it is.
He probably fucking your bitch.
Oh, shit.
Ooh, let me find out.
KCJ.
Ooh,
Don't know that.
I don't know what that is. Kendrick Lamar. He got
Kendrick?
a passing grade. That's cool. He could be more consistent too.
That nigga make it.
Lefty Gunplay, 39 F.
He is everywhere right now. Lefty got an F, a 39. Lefty.
That's my boy.
The South Side of Lefty.
I was in county jail with Lefty.
Hold on, man.
And I seen.
I gotta put my jacket back on.
I seen how he just how he overturned everything. And Lefty just bought a Maybach yesterday, off music.
And he just signed Interscope.
Shout
out to Lefty.
39 F. Where's your antennas,
bro? Hey,
everything I turn on, every time on my timeline, you're gonna see 4 extras.
Yes.
You're gonna see Lupe,
X4,
C-Mac, X4. You're gonna see 600. You're gonna see
Lefty.
Lefty for sure.
All day.
He's dropping every other day. He's dropping video. That man working as we speak right now. He's working on the video.
He actually had his.
I'm sure
he had his album release party next door to my girl's business. My girl owns a business, and his album release party was next door, and I was upset that I missed it. He's one of the hardest working guys in this industry right now.
Crazy. He slept on.
He shouldn't be
by DEJON.
He shouldn't be.
See what I mean? Boy, did he put me up. Now, you're gonna always hear me say this, and I don't give a fuck how many times I say it or how irritated you get about hearing me say this shit. But one thing you are gonna always hear me is talk about my motherfucking city. And one of the guys that represented this city, who at the time was the biggest thing that hit the city since Snoop. Yeah, nigga, you heard me say that. The biggest thing that hit the city since Snoop. Unfortunately, he lost his fucking life early at the peak of his career. And that shit still bothers me to this day. And I'm talking about Draco the Ruler. And not only did it bother me, I hate the fact that, like, no one wants to hear the side of the story of the guys that was standing next to him. And I'm not just talking about the guys that was standing next to him when he lost his life, because to be honest, if you look at the videos, them niggas was not standing next to him. They scattered. But there was a group of guys who stood next to him during his blow up. And one of those guys was PACO, Montana. So I had to bring him in. I had to hear the origin story of Draco. And this was the interview with PACO, Montana. Let's go.
What you?
I'm one of the originators of that shit. The niggas just gonna keep it raw.
Keep it raw, come on.
Like, a nigga originator of that shit, no cap.
Okay.
Me, Draco, Catchy, Mikey, Scotty, niggas that don't get mentioned, you feel me? Niggas that put 10 toes in this shit, nigga, day one from that shit.
Okay.
And a lot of niggas don't understand why I branched off and did what I did, because it had personal issues, or whatever the case may be, which I ain't gonna broadcast and put niggas on front or whatever, but nigga, day one, a founder. Niggas still go pull up on Ralphie and them right now. And know we been dissing all that. There ain't gonna be no smoke. His mama know me by my first name. My mama know his mama. My mama was just talking to Ralphie the other day.
Right, that's when you know you're a real one, when niggas mama's calling you by your government.
For sure.
Yeah, I just seen Ralphie recently because I was on Fairfax, and I think he had like some merch drop, and they was in the alley next to where I was, and like it was popping out. I even reached out to you. I'm like, hey, you in the alley? Yeah, I was gonna pull up, but you was.
It ain't no smoke, don't get me wrong, but you feel me, we got disagreements, so we don't be in the same place at the same time. But like I said, Ralphie my brother, you feel me? No
right.
What, nigga love, bro.
Family fight.
Family, like, you feel me? So that nigga just offered my brother invite to his baby party, my mama and all of that.
Okay.
Ain't no smoke. Nigga I'll pull up the Draco mama. If I had her number right now, I could call her right now.
Right.
She gonna be like, CJ, what up, man? What you got going on?
Right. Well, you know, like I said, families fight. Well, my question is, like, were you around during that time? Or you part of the before the jail Draco, or?
I'm part of the before jail Draco. Like,
right.
It was Too Greedy before Stink Team.
Got it.
Like I said,
Too Greedy.
All the niggas from Too Greedy had went to jail. He wasn't really going for niggas pushing Too Greedy because it's some childhood founder shit, and so he branched off and made Stink Team. But when Draco got out, I was rocking with bro. I was doing what he was doing. I was doing what he was doing. Then I felt like nigga was pushing weird niggas, bro. That wasn't really like
right.
stumped down with this shit. So I'm like, look, A nigga finna branch off from niggas.
Got it.
Then some politics had happened, or whatever the case may be, so it just stamped the branch off. But me and Draco had words, like, you feel me? Like, nigga, I'm gonna keep it with my last text to Draco was, nigga, you gonna see who your real friends is. Them niggas will leave for dead. That's what my daddy rest in peace. And it end up being that nigga, the same niggas, cause I got some type of intuition, you feel me? And I be looking at shit like,
right.
Them same niggas, I wasn't there, but like, them niggas ran and left you for dead, bro.
Right.
And it made me like, okay, cool. At first I was like, damn, I left my nigga, you feel me, hanging, even though I know these niggas ain't that, but at the same time, it was more like, I didn't know Draco was gonna die, nigga leaving it for dead, but it was more of a, them niggas really left you.
They really left,
But as soon as the shit went down, I'm at the hospital, whatever case may be, nigga doing what he doing, nigga show up to the candlelight, nigga never was, I always was watching my nigga from a distance, that's my childhood friend, that's my boy.
Right.
But it was like, I wasn't feeling what he was pushing like that, because he was pushing busters, and I'm gonna just keep it raw.
Yeah, keep that shit raw. Right.
And them niggas is hoes.
Straight up and down.
At the end of the day,
They
it's
proved
like,
themselves.
They proved themselves to be hoes. I seen it.
Right.
And it was like, yeah, them niggas fly, they got a little money on it, but them niggas bitches.
That was a great interview. Shout out to PACO, Montana. A lot bigger than I thought he was in person. So I got another call during that week, like, yo, you have to interview this guy. Now, when the person who called me about this guy, I heard the name before. The street name, I knew that street name because he represents a side of the town where, like, that name he's under ring bells. But he called me with such respect, and he never talked about any of that shit. He only gave me his rap name, and like, he called me sir, which made me feel so fucking old, but I love that shit. Shout out to the youngsters. And this little young motherfucker pulled up, nigga, in a Maybach truck. That nigga jumped out with chains, and I was like, for someone popping like that, with that much respect, I hugged that nigga when he pulled up, because I'm like, yo, I like you, pause. And not only was he respectful, but like he wasn't on no bullshit. And you guys gotta understand, when it comes to this street shit, a lot of times you only gonna meet two people when they come from these streets. You're gonna meet the member or the banger. That's it. A lot of times the banger, he don't do nothing but bang. He banging heads, he banging the set, he banging the turf. But members, they're basically affiliates. I'm a member of that, but I'm not that all the time. This is what else I do. And they have a certain composure to them where they like, nah, nigga, that might be the opposite side, but I'm willing to go over there if it's some money behind it. And those are the guys that I really, really, really like. And this guy he was so locked in, and he came in here and he was so humble, and we had a great conversation about his music. And the guy I'm talking about, I'm not gonna even give his street name, MBM.BALLER. Go ahead and check him out. This nigga put me up on some new shit. That nigga told me he wanted to buy a fucking helicopter. I've never heard a nigga say that. He got me looking around, looking for places where I can land mine.
I ain't stopping until I'm in the newest helicopter and jet, and then after that I'm gonna get the newest flying whatever they come out with there.
Now let me tell you something, bro. I done heard a lot of niggas talk about what they want, I ain't never heard a nigga say he want a helicopter. See, that's the next level baller thinking right there, man. So you niggas that's out here talking about what Lambo you want, you niggas don't even have the Lambos that doors open up right. This nigga say he want a helicopter, bro. Get your baller shit up, nigga. Get you a motherfucking helicopter, bro. That's hard.
Helicopter. Hey, and you can get one at good prices too.
Hey, you ever been in one?
Yeah, I've been in helicopters before. Yeah. Plenty of them, actually.
I'm only been in one.
Not plenty, but like 7 times. Nigga go to get helicopter drive, you feel me?
See, that's that
Drink
shit.
a little bit of champagne.
See, that's that shit. Because I only been in one. I went in one when I was probably 19. Somebody invited me like, hey, I rented a helicopter. It's only I think it was like a 45-minute ride, 30-minute ride, but it was just across the city to the beach.
That shit dope as fuck though.
That shit dope
and it's not really expensive.
Nah, but you know what fucked me up? The only bad experience I had with that was I couldn't hear.
Like I'm sitting here trying to talk to the person, and like I'm like, what?
But see, I ain't gonna lie, right?
You
That's
gotta sit back.
They got them different ones. That's when you feel me.
I'm
Like
talking about that nigga. The last one I was on was probably in.
No. That's what I mean.
Oh, they got the luxury.
You got the Corollas. Ooh. You got the Camrys.
Yeah, you right.
You got the Lexus.
You got it.
You got the, you feel me?
Talk that shit,
you got
yeah.
That type, you feel me? Nigga. So that just mean that
I was in the Kia.
I ain't gonna say that.
That's what it was.
But I'm saying the one I get, I ain't trying to hear the. I ain't trying to hear that.
Okay. They got the noise cancellation one. See, you put me up on some shit.
Yeah.
Man,
I gotta have it. The one I was in, I ain't hear no. I ain't hear
That's
that.
all I heard. And we was this close. We was this close. It was like wasn't no kick your leg out room. I went on one of them.
That was a 4-passenger or a 3-passenger.
I went on the week.
Was it one in the? Was it just one in the middle driving? It was 2 in the back.
2 in the back. Yep.
Yeah. See. Now we want 3. We want a bench in the back.
Oh, so I gotta get the one that like the one Kobe used to own, cause Kobe owned. It was a company, I can't remember. Yeah, I didn't mean it like that, but like Kobe owned one that actually fit 8 to 10.
Yeah.
So that one, I gotta yeah.
Like, the one I get gonna fit. It's only fitting 5 to 7 shit. And
Yeah.
that, at the beginning.
Come on, man.
I might get some that fit 100 people. Now I was just talking.
No, that's all
you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know exactly what you
I'm
mean,
talking
man.
about.
I'm still a little fucked up by niggas saying I want a helicopter. Now you making me change my whole perspective. I think I want one now.
Helicopters.
Nigga, I think I want one. Cause at the end of the day,
imagine, bro. Boom, you got your house. You feel me? You got your house. Boom, nice land. You feel me? Big land, nice son. You feel me? You know where you can get your money worth at. You feel me? So boom, you got your cars. You got your foreigns. You got the old school you might be working on that's right here.
I got a GTO.
And then you got the helicopter right here. All you got to do is pay the driver.
That's crazy.
That's why I got a Maybach, because all I got to do is pay the driver.
That's all you got to do.
And then if I don't, you feel me? I got my niggas, you feel me? I'll drive y'all around. Y'all want to go on a date or y'all drive you. I'll take you shit. And I need you on call though. You feel me? I need favors for favors. You feel me? I'll drive you though too.
Now,
you feel me?
Oh, bro. Thank you, and I will be hitting you up now.
Hit me, it's good.
That was MBM.BALLER, and it was the I had to end the season on that because it was such great energy with the interview. But not only did we have a great interview, it probably spawned another show for our channel, because while I'm interviewing him, we get a knock on the door. Boom, 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 boom. Let me in. It's your bro. And my guy, Fo Extra, walked in, which he was the one that put us together with MBM.BALLER. And immediately it clicked in my head. I took the headphones off and I handed it over to him. And I said, now you guys go ahead and do your show right now. I want to see what this looks like. And Lock It In was spawned from that interview, so let's go ahead.
I got a wood road. Gang, man, y'all know what the fuck going on, man. You feel me? On the hood, we up here chilling, man, on the dead home. This regular shit, man. This nigga done been through everything with each other on the hood.
County jail.
Everything, you feel me?
Running through bitches.
Yeah, all this shit.
Spending cash. Running through
right
cars.
All this shit, man.
Lock it all the way in.
Yeah.
You can understand?
Hey, and nigga always, you feel me? Excelled. Excelled. Nigga, every aspect of it.
Hey, the cold part about it though, I introduced you to the homie, cuz. You know what I'm talking about? I look at him, he's my brother, you know what I'm talking about? Or why not broadcast right here? Bro Rogan, you already know, Lock It In. It's my brother right here, you know what I'm talking about? And you my brother, you know what I'm talking about? I told him ASAP, you know what I'm saying? You ain't have, what? We have my brother on there? You gotta get him on there ASAP, Lock It In. Cause one thing you out here is doing is kicking down doors with this rap game. That's one thing you is out here doing. And you shitting on niggas. You shitting on niggas. Cause you don't need the rap game, cause you got the money already. You got the jewels, the money, and all the cars and all that locked in. So you don't need the rap game, but you know you cold at the rapper too though.
Yeah.
It just bring more bitches, more money.
Yeah.
All that to the team, as you can say.
Yeah.
On the hood. So let these niggas know, cuz, on the dead homies, cuz, we're how we come from in our hoods, you get what I'm saying, cuz, especially being in the ghetto, out there where we out of and where we from, cuz, and how we get in this shit, cuz, you get what I'm saying? How a nigga built nothing from something. You get what I'm saying? Nigga out here clowning. And niggas gonna come on platforms, you gonna be on many more after this.
Man, whatever you want, man, you just gotta manifest it, bro. You gotta think it, you feel me? If you can think it, you can achieve it, you feel me? On anything I got, man, you feel me? I wanted it before I got it. I guarantee you, it may not You may not believe me, but shit, nigga, everything I got, I wanted it. So you feel me? Growing up where I grew up, you feel me? I always got what I wanted. You feel me? However, you feel me? I'm not promoting nothing, you feel me? But you know how it go.
Now, there was a guy that I left off, and I did that on purpose because it was an interview that happened in the middle of the season. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to make that interview, but my team was smart enough to know, hey, we're gonna make this into a thing. We're not gonna just cancel this interview. As a matter of fact, not only are we gonna continue with the show, but we have something in store. So they went to the rack, took off one of the merch shirts. That just happened. And they handed it to the sit-in guest, put it over him, and this is where the Lock It In started.
You already know, man. Another one. You know I had to come down this motherfucker one time and run it.
Man, why not?
Let's lock this motherfucker in. You get what I'm saying? Why not broadcast?
Why not?
You always ask us why not. Bitch, we tell you because it's the broadcast. Lock this motherfucker in. You know, we came down here one time with my boy right here, No Sense, out of the glove. You know what I'm talking about? Had to come down here and represent. Had to come down here and interview him. Glove hats. What's the deal, man?
Gloves, Brody. Appreciate y'all having me, man. Shout out to Why Not Motherfucking Podcast.
Man, all the time, man. Lock it in. Joe Rogan, what? Lock that motherfucker in.
That part.
Hey.
Why not?
Hey, what? All the time.
Why not?
Water, did you see the hoodie I got on?
Quit playing.
Why not broadcast? Lock it in.
Why not?
You get what I'm saying? Hey, man, you know what I'm talking about, man? It was a pleasure getting you down here, man. You know what I'm talking about? And it was a pleasure coming on the show. You get what I'm saying? It's a pleasure to them. Why not broadcast? You get what I'm saying? Thank y'all, you know what I'm talking about, for letting me come host my homie. You get what I'm saying? Shout out to Why Not Broadcast. You get what I'm saying? Keep this motherfucker going. You get what I'm saying? Lock that motherfucker in, because this motherfucker gonna go viral when this motherfucker come out one time. You get what I'm saying? They didn't let the real ones on this motherfucker.
It's over,
Lock it all
nigga.
the way. It's been over,
over,
motherfucker.
nigga.
Lock it all the way, motherfucker in. Why Not Broadcast? And always say, don't forget to bring the bitches.
Everybody can't go. Run and tell that, motherfucker. You hear me?
Okay, guys, so that was season 2. What an exhausting season. It took a lot of fucking time, effort, laughs, giggles. There was no bad energy during that whole season. We had a fucking amazing time. But there are certain things that happened during that second season that I didn't get to talk about. Because at the end of the day, this show is not just about the guests. I love my guests, but we have to give the host some time of his own. And during those times, the host, he likes to talk about music. I love music. I love all kinds of music. I love hip hop. I love grunge. I love folk. I fucking hate country. But there's albums that came out that I absolutely adore. And one being this one right here. Bro, this album came out. Everyone knows I am a fucking huge pause, Schoolboy Q fan. And I'm not gonna lie, I kind of lost interest in Q after Blank Face, because the album after that, I didn't love. I didn't hate. I just didn't love. So I was still listening to his old shit. So when I say I lost interest in his new shit after Blank Face. But then I start seeing the rollout for Blue Lips. I start seeing the visuals. I start hearing snippets, and I'm like, yo, that old Q back. Then I got the album. This wasn't the old Q. This was the older Q. So it was a whole nother Q. It was the mature Q. I see Q with his shirt tucked in, looking like me. I started that shit. And it was probably, this is the first quarter of the year. I'm not gonna give the date. But as of now, to me, it's the best album of the year. I don't give a fuck about anything else right now other than the Idols album. Shout out to the Idols. But Q, I'm sorry. If you guys have not listened to this, and when you do purchase this album, purchase the vinyl, because it just sounds so much better, especially when it looks like this. This is a fucking piece of art. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. But the Blue Lips Schoolboy Q album is something that is still in rotation right now for me. I'm listening to this shit every day, and every day I have a new favorite song. And that's how I define classics. A classic album to me is an album, when I listen to it, I love this song Monday. Wednesday, now I love this song. By Friday, I love 3 other songs. So whenever you have albums that make you feel like that, where you like, damn, I thought this was my favorite song, but no. And then you know the words to them all, to me that's a classic. And I'm gonna be the one to tell you right now, Blue Lips, Schoolboy Q, is a fucking classic. One, I love to see the growth of him. Quincy, good job, buddy. You hit a home run. Now, this has been a phenomenal season. But I'm gonna tell you guys right now, whether you see me with a thick ass mustache next season, bald face, 20 pounds heavier, lighter. Season 2 was fun, but season 3 is gonna be a fucking movie. So remember to go ahead to YouTube, but not only go to fucking YouTube, go to Spotify, go to all other fucking streaming sites and follow Why Not Podcast, because we are next. We are here and we ain't going nowhere. Let's go.